This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
All right, welcome to the Coaches Show, Tuesday here at the Hangout, where we would like for you to hang out with us. Certainly a great opportunity for you to come and check out our 5 area schools in the Lawton area that we have been following all season long. If you remember, this started with our media day actually back in August, and then cruising right on through to get ready for week number 8. Believe it or not, football fans, I know it's kind of a sad note to say that, wow, it's already coming up to week 8 in the books. Only a few games to remain in the regular season. And then we're going to start talking about postseason playoffs and what does that look like? How does it fare with the 4 teams that are going to be in that top 4 of the 8 in the district to go on to have a second season? So we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about all of the matchups for this week. This is going to be another week because of some of our schools in Middell that is having their fall break week this week. We have about 5 games on the network that's going to be played on Thursday again. So last week we had the Lawton school and some of the area schools were in fall break, so they had their games on Thursday. And then we have got most playing on Friday. And then, this is the second week we're going to have the same opportunity. So don't forget the Hangout. We've got the special. It's a family night special here. You can get 1 large pizza. You can get 4 drinks. You can get the cheesy bread and dessert, all for $40. So feed the family right when you come to the Hangout. Don't forget their lunch specials, $9.95. You can get the burger basket, which is the burger and the drink with the fries for $9.95, or a small pizza and a drink for $9.95. Karaoke Wednesdays, football on the screens. Anytime there is football, you can come and watch your favorite team here at the Hangout. And then Saturdays and Sundays, they've got brunch early on, so you can take advantage of that. Right next to Anderson Pharmacy on Cash Road. You can't miss it. It's the Hangout, and we've got coaches and players to talk to. It's all coming up next right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's newest Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road. A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone. Made fresh daily from their secret family recipe. With handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
Tosses it up, and it's intercepted out around the 13-yard line. Eisenhower starting to return past the 30 on the sideline. Still on his feet here. He's able to break this open. Fly, Eagles, fly! It's an Eisenhower touchdown!
Mood in, they fake it to him.
Oh, he's open.
They're going deep, they got a man wide open, and this one's caught. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Midwest City, Jarvis Nash.
Been running it.
Chain gang over there's having trouble with the old chains. Hard right up the middle. He's cut free. Who is that? Is that Griffin?
That's Caden Griffin, yeah.
Caden
Griffin
is
untouched.
Just gone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And he gets it away. Ball's going to be taken at about the 40-yard line, headed to the right side, the near side of the field. Is Braylon Adama kind of dancing around a little bit, still on his feet. To the 40-yard line, he's heading for the other sideline, going down the sideline. He could go, he will go all the way. Touchdown, Braylon Adama. The King puts it into the end zone.
Currently,
It's going to be a pass, and it's going to be intercepted.
Get in there!
Touchdown!
What a play by Shea Spencer right there.
Spencer!
one man wide left, one man wide right, H-back formation. Going to drop back. Sperry's got a wide open man out here in the flat. That's Tristan Haynes again. And he's got it. 50. He's going to take it. How fast are you? That's the question. Touchdown, Carl Albert.
Pretty dadgum fast.
67 yards to pay dirt. Sperry to Haynes. And wow, have they started hot.
Well, back here at the Hangout, I noticed I got one of the screens up, and we have a little bit of delay, and so you can watch the top plays of Week 7 that we were just putting. In fact, I was really spoiled, Coach, last week. I don't really get this opportunity because we're always doing games. But since I was playing Friday, we had a lot of Thursday games up. And so what I had was 4 screens up. I had the living room, the back porch, the bedroom, and one on my phone. And I had OSN up on all of them, all different games. And so I was kind of walking in each room to kind of it was like my own little sports center there, but it's really cool. And so with the 12 schools that we follow each and every week, it's really great, and the success. And we didn't get to talk to you last week, Coach, so I'm kind of glad that I know this is your bye week, so we won't really talk about kind of what's coming up. But congratulations on a great output. Let's just talk a little bit about, as coaches say, never as bad as you were, never as good as you were, but, breaking down your own film, what did you come away with last week's win?
Oh, man, just actually got to play 4 quarters of football and see where we were as far as a team. Pretty much that matched up with where we were athletically, things like that. So, man, I was really excited to see our guys fly around, especially and bounce back off of 3 losses. Yeah. I thought that from just breaking down the film for us as coaches and as players, we kind of looked at some things. We saw a lot more confidence. Saw a lot of just playing off of big plays and controlling our tempo, controlling our emotions as a team, not riding the highs too high, not riding the lows too low, and just continuing to play. I think that was because it didn't start off as good as we wanted it to. We had some bonehead plays, we had some busted coverages, things like that. But just being able to clean it up, go back in it, continue to play, continue to compound on good plays, and look for each other to make big plays. I think that was important for us overall. Just continuing to compound on top of then just stat plays, offense, defense, and special teams. Now,
I don't think that you were really surprised, but I'm glad you mentioned up after the 3 games of losing. Because you started off with the season and you got to play your city rivals, you got to beat Lawton High, and then you had all of that for your non-district schedule, and then you get really into that. And some teams can pack it up. You can lose them emotionally and just say, okay, what's the use? And so for them to keep fighting like that and to get that, I guess it came at the right time, at the right moment, that they can still believe in the process. So going forward, I know, I already asked you, and you can tell our audience as far as what your plans are. So your bye week, you get football open, what you want to go do, where you want to go do it. So where are you and the coaching staff going to head?
We'll head out to go check out Guthrie and Carl Albert. Go check that just because we play Guthrie next.
Yes, that's next on the slate.
See the 2 top teams in our district and see where they fare. And just be able to see some good football. I'm always excited. I love being in the high school atmospheres and coming into game atmospheres. It just gives me goosebumps every time I'm at any game. So.
Well, and especially Guthrie, a nice setup. Have you been to the Rock before?
Oh yeah, love it.
It's a nice little setup of an old, war, kind of like Altus, the old brick layers of that's still there, and it's kind of sandwiched right in the middle of a community. It's hard to find parking. It's kind of like OU back in the day, before the school started buying everything up. You had residential houses that went straight up to the stadium, and so Guthrie's the same kind of way. What's your prediction for that? You've already seen Carl Albert. Guthrie's very stingy with their defense, only allowing 3 points all season long. So you've got a really good defense, a really potent offense. You got number 1 versus number 2. What's your prediction for that?
We was talking about it as a staff. I told the coaches, I said I would say it would probably – I'm looking at like a 28-13 Carl Albert.
Okay. So the defense is going to keep it close, but Carl Albert's just going to have that edge with a couple of the weapons that they've got.
Yes, sir.
All right, now before we let you go, because I know this is your bye week, we won't really talk about this next week coming up, and we'll get you on the flip side when we get you after when you're preparing for Guthrie. But last week you weren't, because you had something come up and you couldn't get couldn't get here, and I was so anxious to see you because I saw some pictures. Of course, Javon, if you didn't know, former MacArthur Highlander, went and played at University of Oklahoma, and then I saw your pictures at the OU Texas game, and I said, oh, he went. So
Yes,
as a former player and now a fan, and Baker Mayfield said this, he said that was their bye week for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he said, I get to come and actually take this in as a fan. Now, you were telling me something off, Mike, that I did not know. Even though you've been to that, it's always been outside the venue. So tell us about that.
So the few times that I've been back since I've played have always been just at the fair. So I'll go to the fair, be outside with all the fans that didn't go into the game, and a couple years I was with a bunch of Texas fans, and we just watch the games on the TVs outside, and it's a fun deal, man. The experience alone, just being at the fair, seeing all the crimson and cream, and then that other color that we don't really like, but man, it's just a fun deal, man. I can say, but for me this year I got to go into the game. I had some fortunate enough to sit with some guys. They were right on the 50, and I mean, it was Texas fans on right to my right, and then I'm over here on the left, and everybody going back and forth. And like we talked about earlier, you could feel the energy, and we talked about that Sooner Magic. And like it came down to that point, and you just. It was something that I got to be able to tell my players. I said, now y'all see where the fans and the stands and everybody, when everybody's believing and everybody's behind you, you can just feel the difference in the atmosphere, and it was a big deal. So I mean, I had a great time. Especially get the dub, especially after last year. So
after 49-0, you remember those things,
sir, yes, sir. So man, going out there and just really and seeing Coach V, see his program really turning around. So I'm excited for him, and excited for his staff and those guys out there, man. I'm really good friends with Coach Hall as well, the safety coach, man. So I was excited to see some big hits, see some interceptions, see a win, and just see the program going back in the direction we want to see it.
Well, you guys are very similar. You kind of started off, and you're embracing the tradition, kind of what you did in Eisenhower, and kind of adding to that. So kind of putting it together.
Most definitely.
All right. Well, enjoy your bye week, and enjoy that Carl Albert Guthrie matchup on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can catch that on the Oklahoma Sports Network as well. Hey, we're going to take another timeout. Don't forget, we're at the Hangout. We still got coaches and players to talk to, because that's what we do here at the Hangout each and every Tuesday. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's newest hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road. A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone. Made fresh daily from their secret family recipe. With handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
We are celebrating.
Here at Pam and Barry's team, we've been helping you through the real estate process for more than 20 years.
We want to thank you for choosing our team to help you.
We sold our house at full asking price, and it took less than about a week to get our full asking price with Pam and Barry.
Don't go at it alone.
Let us handle it all here.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
All right, back here at the Hangout here on Cash Road, right next to Anderson Pharmacy, where you can join us each and every Tuesday, 6 p.m. And in fact, we talk to all of our Lawton area schools, and now it's the Cash Bulldogs. You're not Coach Griffin.
I am not Coach Griffin.
Eric, it's been a while since I've seen you, and we've got a good little standing thing with OSN with you, and I was glad that you're contributing, assistant coach, and out of cash, and lots of things to talk about. So, kind of up and down last week. Following it as a fan, I was telling Coach Harris that you got your games on Thursdays last week because of fall break, and so our game wasn't until Friday, and so I was able to watch a lot of games at one time. And yours, I got caught up in the Altus Duncan game because it was really so tight there, and then I forgot. You guys were really coming back on Weatherford. So just talk a little bit about that game and what you guys felt you came away with.
I think when you go back and review the game, I think defensively we played a game worthy of a win, which is, we kind of got lucky on some run, but we prepared well. The kids prepared well all week. I kind of went in and put a bunch of check systems in, so they adapted to that. And when they called their own coverages, they called their own formations to things. So we put them in a position to win defensively, offensively. We gave ourselves an opportunity and just couldn't get it done. So, at the end of the day, we're playing a very tough Weatherford team, and we played them tough. So,
well, Coach Griffin mentioned this last week. He said that they don't really travel well, and this kind of goes with they're well at home, but he says you get them on the road, and maybe this was an opportunity. So you had those. Did you feel that was the same thing? That kind of had that road struggles for Weatherford.
They came out and did. They didn't. Usually they come out and try to out-formation you or try to give you something new that you hadn't seen before. So the traveling part of it could have affected them. They showed up with their band. I thought they brought a good crowd. So I thought they traveled fairly well. But what you did see was our defense kind of step up and put them in positions that they hadn't been in before. And I think that was kind of the difference in the game after about a quarter and a half.
Well, we talked the necessities of these weeks. This is coming up to week 8. Got John Marshall on the road. This is one of those games that, you play your style of football, you get a win. We're going to be talking about, playoff potentials here in the next couple of weeks. But first things first, what did you see about John Marshall, and what do you have to do to get a win on Friday?
I think we're going to have to go out and play cash football. We're going to have to go out and play mistake-free football. I know for a fact if we underestimate John Marshall, they have the athletes to kind of put you in some bad situations. They've scored against some really good teams, so they're not a bad team. They're coming off their first road win. It's going to be homecoming for them. I got an email today, so we're going to be their homecoming opponent. So, I think it's an easy game for us to overlook. So we're going to have to go down and prepare to win the ball game. The problem with us is I don't feel, and Coach Griffin may get a little upset for me saying this, I don't think we travel well.
Okay.
So we have to go prepare to win a game on the road.
Right.
And it's a must-win for us if we want to try to make a playoff run. So.
Right. And that's how it's set. In these weeks like that. So, what has this season been like? Were you still, when you break it down, how would you still like to improve for these last couple of weeks?
I think last week I asked the kids, both defensively and offensively, we had kind of won 3 games and we had blown out the teams that we had played, and the 3 games that we'd lost, we'd been blown out in. And I just asked for them to buckle down and play each play like I would have at any point in time and give themselves a chance to win. And I think that's something that we have to continue to do. We have to quit letting it get to each extreme of the football side of it, and we have to go give ourselves a chance to win when it's a chance to win the ball game. We don't want to win big and we don't want to lose big, but we want to give ourselves the opportunity to make plays and do those things every single snap to put us in a position to win ball games. And I think that's what we have to do down, starting with John Marshall, going into Clinton, and then Chickasha to finish off. So if we can do that, I think we're going to just kind of roll the dice. And
there'll be those fights, and especially not overlooking Clinton, but then when you get to that last one, it really will mean something when you get to Chickasha and the Fighting Chicks. You got a little connection to that game very personally too. John Marshall, by the way, that game for Cash was an overtime game win for the Cash Bulldogs, if you remember that, for last year in October. So we got a player with us. Give us your name, what position you play, and what grade you're in.
Is it working? Hi.
Yeah, it's good.
My name is Nicholas Robinson. I play running back and linebacker, and I'm a senior.
A senior. So how has this senior been year for you? I mean, I know that players, coaches, they'll all tell you to make sure you take it in because it goes by so fast, and we're already talking week 8. Can you believe that we're already almost to the end of the season?
Yeah, it's went by so fast. It's unreal. And the seniors last year and before years, I'm a move-in, which I'm new, but they've welcomed me with open arms, but they've always told me to let it all sink in and take it by slow.
What's your senior season been like, and what did you want to do to come in, since you're an outsider? What did you want to prove to the team that you could bring? What was your attributes, and what did you think you could do?
I just wanted to, fit in with my guys because I went to middle school with them and just be the guy that they could depend on if they needed to. Because, we have great players too, which probably they're way better than me, what I would say is. But I'm just trying to fit in and do the thing I can do. Like Connor Muldown, he's one of our best players on the team, if not the best player.
He was here last week, yeah.
Yes, sir, he is.
Goes get some pointers. Well, that's good that you. I like the nucleus of your fan base that you brought too, and it's that pack mentality. I know Coach does the little around the circle where you kind of join hands, and I was really impressed with that.
Come to the back, it's a huge thing, and
to
be honest, I'm going to steal it wherever I go.
Well, I'm telling you, it made an impression out of me. I was at spring ball, and I just said, "What on earth is this?" Everybody gathered around, and they, in hand tight. And then someone came in the center and spoke, and did that. Really, I said, man, that's really, really good thing. So
trying to raise men just as well as raise football players. So.
And some of them mentioned that. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is probably Chinese food or burgers.
All right. Where do you get the best of either one? What's the best place to get Chinese food?
I like to go to Walk and Roll here in town.
Okay.
And then burgers. I was in Texas past year, so Whataburger is the place to go.
Well, there you go. That connection stays. What's your favorite subject in school?
Probably math. I'm good with numbers.
Really? Good. And what do you like to do on your free time, like when you're not playing football? What do you find yourself doing?
Usually when I'm not playing football or at school, I'm with my guys. We're always doing something out of school, going somewhere, just having fun.
Yeah, it's like, I guess one goes, they all go, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what do you see yourself doing as your senior after school? What occupation, schooling-wise, what do you see yourself doing in the future?
I want to go to college for football and get my business degree.
Business degree. Well, keep your numbers up. Since you like math, you'll do well if you do that business.
Yes, sir.
All right. And what's your prediction for John Marshall? Give us the end score for us.
Well, since it's their Hoka, I got to go big, so I'm thinking at least 40-7.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So bulletin board material there. So okay. All right. So go for the homecoming for the Cash Bulldogs against John Marshall, and you can catch that game 6:30 for the pregame, 7:00 for the kickoff. And Eric, thank you for filling in. You did great job. Eric to Eric, a great combination. Great name, by the way. All right. So we're going to take another timeout. We got more teams and players to talk about as the Cash Bulldogs, who talk to the Eisenhower Eagles. And we've still got MacArthur, we still got Lawton High, and we got the Elgin Owls. And those are all coming up right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's newest hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road. A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone, made fresh daily from their secret family recipe, with handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, so welcome back to the Hangout here on Cash Road right next to Anderson Pharmacy. Hey, you want to join us each and every Tuesday at 6 p.m., and we're talking football. And so great pizza. If you've never had their pizza, I challenge you to do so. Don't forget their lunch specials, $9.95 each and every weekday, which is the burger baskets, so the burger, fries, and the drinks, or the small pizza and the drink for $9.95. Or tonight, which is the special that goes until close, it's a family night special, which is one large pizza. You get the cheesy bread, you get the 4 drinks, and the dessert, all for $40. So you can feed the family for $40. That's pretty darn good here at the Hangout. So we're into the MacArthur Highlanders, and kind of say that undefeated season comes to a road test at Midwest City. And so I really kind of, and we'll get to talk to Coach. We'll have his comments for our Coach's Show coming up before Thursday's match with El Reno. But Midwest City is who we thought they were going to be, very physical. They're going to run the ball. It was a 14-0 game at the half. It was just an unfortunate, and I don't call him out because he doesn't really miss at all. Dominic Collins had the ball right through his hands. That would have been 14-7 going into half. Different kind of momentum shift there, but that didn't happen, and it seems like our offense really never did get started, it seemed. And so what was discussed at the half right there with the team going into that game down 14-0?
Really, we were just trying to get together as a staff and make as many adjustments as we could. Defensive-wise, we just wanted to try and win the line of scrimmage better. We felt that they definitely used their size advantage and ran the ball, basically to their will. But that was our goal in the halftime, is to win the line of scrimmage, really on both sides of the ball, and try and get our run game going and stop their run game.
Well, I know that Coach talked about this last week with the team. He said that during fall break last year, it was our worst game going into Midwest City, and it was like deja vu all over again. Fall break, and probably, and you can kind of say that probably our worst game as far as what we were able to see. You got to lick your wounds fast, because this is fast and furious. Coach knows it. We've talked about it because of the battle test that's back to back to back. Because now you got El Reno on a short week on Thursday, followed by a trip to Elgin the following week. But before we get into all that, El Reno brings a very talented running back. He's got a state record for most rushing yards in a game. That's all I know about El Reno. So what can you tell me about what to expect on Thursday from El Reno?
I would say it's pretty much the same thing. They're going to look back at the tape and see that they're going to try and use their run game, all those tight splits and multiple shifting formations offensive-wise, and get number 3 the ball. Everybody saw on Max Preps and all over the news the big game he had against Noble. We're watching the film on that, and we're doing our best on the defensive side of the ball to try and match that intensity and go into the game and try and win the line of scrimmage.
Well, and I know that fans do this more so than Coach. I know Tom Bell does a wonderful job of putting all the points up, and this is where it starts. These are the weeks right now where you go, okay, who's going to be first in this district, second, third, fourth, okay? Well, we were tied for first place, and then, just like that, you get with Midwest City with a loss, who lost to El Reno. You can really put a kink in that by beating El Reno. That would bring 2 to them because they have already lost to Elgin. So, the decision for you guys to maintain that is still controllable, for that second, third spot, with not necessarily being fourth, but it takes an El Reno win this week. So I guess the challenge has been put forth. You got to go see if you guys can rise up to that.
100%. We talked with our seniors in each individual position group, and we just had to press the reset button, and we said 1 week at a time. All right, we got rivalries coming up and, revenge games, but we got to get the game that's happening right now and win that first.
Well, we got 2 coaches with us, too, and we're going to get TJ Fialo before he falls asleep there. You grab that microphone there, and we're going to talk to you. I'm going to ask you both. I mean, this is really great that, you were at the program. Now you're giving back to the program. What's it like as a player, and Coach was the same way. He was a player, now coach, to come back and coach to your old school?
For me, it's just really a part of what I feel like coaching is about, which is giving back to the community. And what better way than to give back to the school that gave so much to me, that developed that love for the game for me. And it's really just the beginning of a great step forward in life.
TJ, what's it like for you to come back to the program that, you were on that state championship team, you both were, to know what that's like in 2014, to kind of bring some college experience now that kids can look up to that, to now the role that you serve here working, and You get up off the ground, boy. I'll tell you what. You do more jumping up and down with these players. I noticed, though. You're kind of taking on that. I think the player never leaves you, does it?
Nah. But it's a humbling experience to come back home and give the knowledge that I have to the kids now. It's a great experience, and I didn't want to be. I didn't plan on being a coach at first, but. God works in mysterious ways, and I'm happy I'm here, and it makes it even better that I'm coaching my little brother, too.
Yeah. Well, that was my next question. You got your brother in there. There's a nice tie to it. He watched you as a young fan to watch what you did as a player, and then go into college and then come back. How has he responded to you as not only a brother but as a coach?
He's responded well. I think he knows his place on when I'm a brother and when I'm a coach.
Yeah.
It's kind of natural, too, because when I was in college and coming back home, it was kind of like I was already coaching because I would always try to coach him up on little stuff and as much stuff as I could before I went back to college. So it's natural now.
Now, I already teased you about this before, and for those who want to go watch the old video of the Haka back in 2014, that was something that was done. I said, You're on staff. You got your brother here. No Haka? What's going on?
Man, that ain't on me. I told Chris I already used my voice on that. It's up to him now. Yeah.
Well, Chris hasn't ignited it yet. But you know what? Like guys like this, you had to teach those guys the Haka. Not understanding that a little bit. Islander. It was really fun watching that in 2014. Okay, we got a player next to us. So why don't we give us your name, your position, and what grade you're in?
My name is Jordan McCoy. I'm a center, and I'm a senior.
Senior, and this has been a fun year, undefeated up until last week. And how is the team going to respond after that? It is what it is. You had that game. How are you going to respond? Because I as watching and doing the broadcast, one of two things is going to happen, and this is just going to be very obvious. Either you're going to fight all get out for this El Reno game, or we're just going to, pitch up the tent and say that's a year. How are you guys taking that loss into this week for El Reno?
We're going to learn and forget. That's in the past, but we definitely got some dogs on the team, so, we're going to fight all the way through.
Well, the defense has been always been the forte this year. Offense still, I don't even know, and I'm not speaking for Coach. I don't think we've seen 4 quarters of our offense yet, and that's kind of good because that can still come. But what did you want to do to come into this season, especially there's been kind of some moving around at positions, but you at center, how did you want to get better at that position?
I just wanted to learn how to read the defense, take my steps, and learn how to fire up the ball.
What's the senior season been like for you?
It's been good. It's my first year here, and,
Where did you come from before this?
Arkansas.
Okay. And how does that football vary and different from coming here and playing?
We were a lot bigger school, but
yeah,
Mac's definitely better.
That's good. What is your favorite food?
Chicken Alfredo.
All right. What do you like to do in your free time when you're not playing football?
I like to go to a friend's house, go volleyball games, do stuff like that with my homies.
And what did you see yourself doing in the future after graduation, like on to school, occupation-wise? What do you see as a career in the future?
Business, finance.
Business, finance. All right. Are you good with numbers too?
Yeah.
Okay. Our last athlete said he was pretty good at numbers, so that's good. All right. Well, MacArthur Highlanders, we're playing on Thursday. No, not because it's fall break, because we share a stadium, because Lawton High will be home on Friday. So it's El Reno and MacArthur. Boy, is that going to be a very good matchup that you won't want to miss. Pregame is at 6:30, and the kickoff is at 7 o'clock for your MacArthur Highlanders. We'll take another timeout. Be back. We still got Lawton High and the Elgin Owls to talk to, and we'll do that right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's newest hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road. A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone, made fresh daily from their secret family recipe. With handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
All right, back here at the Hangout at Cash Road, right next to Anderson Pharmacy. You want to come join us each and every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Don't forget, we've got the Family Night Special, which is the large pizza, the 4 drinks. You also get the cheesy bread and dessert, all for $40. And then the lunch specials, $9.95 throughout the week. You can either get the burger or the pizza. Don't forget karaoke night tomorrow night, Wednesday. Football anytime and every time. We've got it up on the big screen for you to watch the games of your choice. And then brunch on Saturday and Sunday. So there's lots to do here. Oh, they got billiards too. They got the new pool tables in about a month or so ago, so you can come join us. Now it's the Elgin Owls. And, boy, what a season this has been. Congratulations, another win, undefeated, still keeping that streak going. I know that you guys are on a mission. We're not done yet, but kind of give us a review of last week from your vantage point after breaking down the film and taking a look at it.
You know, Noble is a well-coached team. They beat us last year, so it was a big deal for us to go get them back this year, and we did, and we executed really well. Kids played great. They presented their challenges to us, and our kids answered the bell the way they do, and we're really proud of that. And just seeing the consistency that they're coming in each week with is really, really encouraging, and we just want to continue to build. And I think we had success in all 3 phases of the game, and that's really great to see. And we're just really, really pleased to go get that one back from last year.
Now, we talked about this pecking order, and you guys are in reverse order. You know, some of these schools are getting in the meat of really these games here. And you've got the Duncan Demons who, you know, they got in a tussle with Altus last week, and they come up empty right there. Altus gets their first win. Duncan's still looking for one. And how do you guard against, because then, you know, looking forward for Elgin fans, okay, then after that, you've got MacArthur, and then you got Midwest City. And so you got those last 2. So how do you guard against not looking past Duncan as a player or as a team to worry about those last 2 games?
Duncan's a high school varsity football team that's going to come try to beat us. So, you know, we have to prepare the same way that they're going to. They have good football players and that are going to compete and prepare to bring their best game to us. And they have coaches that are game planning to beat us. So if we don't prepare our way and do what we do and just continue with our consistency, I would think it's pretty foolish just to look forward. They're a football team that can present their challenges, and if you look past them, then something you can stub your toe, and that's not something we're looking to do. And we're not going to cheat the process. The process is a process, and that's just what we're going to do.
Coaches are never happy. I mean, you know, I don't care how many points. I don't care 8-0. You know, you're still looking to get better because, you know, that better competition is going to come when it comes to playoffs. So how would you still like to see Elgin get better at this point out?
You know, there's plenty of things. We just got to continue to work on us. We're not a perfect football team in any way or shape or form. We have a lot of things that we can do to get better. We really want to continue to focus on doing the little things in a big way, and I think that's going to really help us going forward with our consistency. And our kids are awesome. Our kids approach it the right way. And like you said, we're not looking by anybody. We know what the process is, and we know what winning takes. And even if you do follow the process, winning isn't guaranteed to you. So we have to continue to chase it, and just seeing that growth while we climb this ladder and continue to hopefully achieve the goals that we have in front of us. Just taking it day by day and becoming better individually on what we're doing, and hopefully that does what it needs to do.
Adam Castro, our guest for the Elgin Owls, taking in for Coach for this week. I appreciate you, pinch hitting in that. We had that opportunity. This has really been a great run, and I've talked about this with Coach. The fan base, for your fan base is, which has traveled well. has just been phenomenal, especially your home games. I mean, filling up. I think it was a week ago. He said, I turned around briefly, looked up in the stands, and he said, I don't ever remember this being this full. I mean, and it's just the wave is catching on. So, the girls did really well in softball too. So, I mean, all the sports, baseball previous to that, in that run. So Elgin's really building up, with all the concerns of a 4A school coming into 5A. That hasn't phased you guys a bit.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Good time being out. Wrestling won dual state last year as well.
Oh, yeah, I forgot wrestling. Sorry, Coach Hitt.
So it's a good time to be in Elgin now. We have, and like you said, it's a community thing. We have a ton of people there. It was really, really awesome. And being a fall break game on a Thursday, you would think it's a perfect opportunity not to go to the game. And with OSN being as great as it is, it was really, really cool. And it was really cool because we had such a great crowd to see Matt Lund do what he did.
Oh, yeah, a record. I even forgot about that. The school record that over the 4,301. Well, that was what he needed to get, 4,300 yards. And we're not done yet. I mean, so he's going to still add to that legacy. And so congratulations on him and a school record right there. Oh, and then how's the family? I know the head coach, newborn baby. You guys got one. I mean, you brought the family here too. How has that been? A new dad? Are you guys getting together outside of coaching and then parent coaching afterwards?
Yeah, we get together quite a bit. Last Saturday we watched some football games together since we had Saturday off with playing on Thursday. It was cool. We got good pictures of Phoenix and then Coach White's baby Caroline. It was really fun.
Very good.
It's he keeps your hands full. He's the biggest blessing though. He's awesome.
That's great. Okay, you got a player with us, so grab the microphone. Tell us your name, your position, and what grade you're in.
My name's Josh Adesola. I play corner, and I'm a junior.
Junior, and you got, I guess, is it Big Brother over there? That's kind of like, he's been eyeing us. Now, I called him, his nickname for me is The Catch, and, your brother had that incredible catch, the Elgin MacArthur game, and we've used that on our promotions all year long because, it was a phenomenal thing. Do you take any of what he's got into what you're trying to bring into, the game that he's got, to kind of replicate that as being the younger brother?
Yeah, he's sort of like a role model, but it's a lot of things I can take from him.
Now, he'll self-profess, said that, he didn't really play football all that much and that long. Just kind of gravitated to that. Are you the same way? When did you start playing football?
Yeah, I started the same year as him. It's my 7th grade year.
Yeah. Just kind of get your feet wet with it and showing that. And what position you say?
Corner.
Corner, okay. What's it like on that secondary there?
It's a great experience. I like it. It's fun. And
how much of a film study are you? When the next opponent's up and they're wanting you to watch film and watching what the wide receivers are going to bring and stuff like that, do you kind of break that down? You spend a lot of time watching it?
Yeah, I watch a good amount of film. Not as much as him, though.
So you gotta catch up with brother then, all right? Yeah. Okay. What did you want to do, and even from here on out, you're a junior, how do you want to get better at being the best corner you can be? What do you think you could still work on?
I'd say my footwork and making faster breaks on the ball.
Okay. And what does it mean for you to be a part of this Elgin Owl team for this year and last year?
It's a great thing. We're building something great and just hoping that we can continue it.
What's your favorite food?
Just like burgers, things like that.
Burgers.
Yeah.
The standby. What's your favorite subject in school?
I like science.
Science, all right. Okay, and what do you see yourself doing? I know you're a junior, you got your senior year, but later on down the road, is there any occupation that you kind of gravitate to that you think you could see yourself doing later on?
Hopefully I want to continue playing football.
Okay, all right. So focused on football for right now. And what do you do in your spare time when you're not? Are you wrestling with your brother? Is there any of that go on?
Well, no, not really. I do get into some fights, but
yeah, brother. I have 2 sons, so I understand. You got that little stuff that, especially with him being older. Does he try to pull rank on you? Like, I'm the older brother. This is where you belong. This is where I'm at.
Not really.
No. Okay. All right. Well, congratulations on the season up to this point, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, Elgin Owls in action against the Duncan Demons. You can catch that on Friday as well. And we'll be back. We're still going to talk to the Lawton High Wolverines, and we'll do that right after this time out at the Hangout on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's newest hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road. A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone, made fresh daily from their secret family recipe. With handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
Tosses it up, and it's intercepted out around the 13-yard line. Eisenhower starting to return past the 30 on the sideline. Still on his feet here. He's able to break this open. Fly, Eagles, fly! It's an Eisenhower touchdown!
Mood in, they fake it to him.
Oh, he's open.
They're going deep, they got a man wide open, and this one's caught. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Midwest City, Jarvis Nash.
Been running it. Chain gang over there's having trouble with the old chains. Hard right up the middle. He's cut free. Who is that? Is that Griffin?
That's Caden Griffin, yeah.
Caden
He
Griffin
is untouched.
just gone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And he gets it away. Ball's going to be taken at about the 40-yard line, headed to the right side, the near side of the field. Is Braylon Adama kind of dancing around a little bit, still on his feet to the 40-yard line. He's heading for the other sideline, going down the sideline. He could go, he will go all the way. Touchdown, Braylon Adama. The King puts it into the end zone.
Currently, it's going to be a pass. It's going to be intercepted.
Get in there!
Touchdown!
What a play by Shea Spencer right there.
Spencer!
One man wide left, one man wide right. H-back formation. Going to drop back. Sperry's got a wide open man out here in the flat. That's Tristan Haynes again. And he's got it. 50. He's going to take it. How fast are you? That's the question. Touchdown, Carl Albert.
Pretty dead gum fast.
67 yards to pay dirt. Sperry to Haynes. And wow, have they started hot.
All right, back here at the Hangout where we're hanging out each and every Tuesday, 6 p.m. You can join us as we talk our area schools football. You can join us for pizza. You can join us for burgers, salads, you name it. We've got it here at the Hangout where you can hang out with us. And it's time for the Lawton High Wolverines. So we're talk to Coach Breeze and kind of give us a rundown from last week of kind of what you thought, what you saw, and where we go from there.
Deer Creek's really good. They've got a big quarterback. He's about 6'4", or 6'3", 215. He runs well. He throws well. What we wanted to do was, try to come out, slow the game down, run the ball between the tackles. And our opening drive, we did that initially, and then we proceeded to get 3 false starts and one set of downs. So we had a punt. They go score fast, and when we're down 21-0, you can't slow the game down and try to run between the tackles anymore. And we were able to get a score. We hit Panay Vasagote on 2 big plays and get us a touchdown there. And going at half down and played a whole lot better the second half. But offensively, we didn't do a good enough job. Sustaining drives. We had 4 good drives. We come up scoreless, and we should have cashed in points on a couple of those. And then defensively, we've got to tackle better, which they're really talented. They're very good up front. They're well coached. They've got a good scheme. They got some good players. So we're gonna have to play better this week. And we knew Deer Creek and Choctaw would be our 2 toughest games. I mean,
right.
they're the 2 favorites for the district. So it's not any surprise. Choctaw this week's a very talented team. They're probably more athletic than Deer Creek.
Wow.
Not quite as physical up front offensively, and their quarterback runs extremely well. He doesn't throw it as well as the Deer Creek guy did, but we have the ability to go win the game. We're going to have to play better than what we did.
Well, the thing is that you got Choctaw, which was a state runner-up. They played Stillwater for a state title last year. Since Bixby moved up, Bixby's no longer the threat in 6A2. They're now a 6A1 powerhouse, and so that kind of leaves it open. In the future is pretty bright for really anybody in 6A. And then Eisenhower is going to jump back up to 6A next year. But so Choctaw, I guess you can kind of say, just like Deer Creek, you kind of know what to expect. So, outside of you playing better, what can we expect to see about them on Friday?
Very aggressive defensively. The D-end, Will Smith. Last year they had the Smith kid and the Jackson kid at their D-ends. Both of them are power forwards. They're 6'4", 220. I believe the Jackson kid went to Oklahoma State. I'm not certain. He may have flipped to Colorado late, but two very good edge pass rushers, and the Smith kid also played tight end for him, and he had 3 big catches last year. We were in position, and he just went up and got the ball and took it away from us. So he's back. He's a senior. They've got another slot kid, Smith, number 6. He's extremely quick jitterbug, and they do a good job getting the ball to him in space, and he's hard to tackle. And then two other backs out of the backfield that are extremely quick, and they're hard to tackle. So the quarterback was a safety for him last year.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't. Last year's quarterback is battling for the job at Akron, the Wassel kid, and he was a very good player. He threw it well. This kid doesn't throw it as well, but he is a good athlete. He does run well. He can make plays with his feet and extend plays with his feet. So, they're a very talented team, and they're a top 5 team in Oklahoma, and we're gonna have to play good to beat them.
And how are you health-wise heading into this game?
We're getting a couple people back. We still got about 5 kids out. We've got a couple kids still on protocol that we might get cleared from concussion protocol. That will depend on their testing in between now and Friday. Right now they're non-contact, and then Aiden Huey's battling an ankle. We're hopeful we'll get him back this week. He hasn't played since week 4 at Putnam City, and but other than that, I think we got 5 starters out, or 5 kids out, but we're slowly getting them back.
Yeah, I know it's kind of tough. When you get to week 8, it's like it's a triage at point. When you get all that kind of physicality and injuries. Well, good luck to you, Choctaw Yellow Jackets. Come to town Friday for Lawton High, 6:30 for the pregame, 7 o'clock for the kickoff. Good luck to you, Coach Breeze.
Appreciate it. We need it.
All right, so we're going to take a timeout, wrap things up here at the Coaches Show. We'll do that right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's newest hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road. A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone, made fresh daily from their secret family recipe. With handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
All right, one last time here at the Hangout, where you can hang out with us each and every Tuesday. We appreciate you following along with us. By the way, you can download our app. Most people still 62% or so still watching online on their phone. So you can go to your Apple or Android, either way, devices on your Google Play Store or the Apple Store to download the app. Just search the Oklahoma Sports Network. Also on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. For those who are watching us on Facebook, like us there. Follow us there. You'll know what's in store with other sports that we've got coming up. And then also on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can get notified. Put the notification button up, because when we've got 11 games firing off each and every Friday, you can stay tuned to it. And I really had a fun time last week with having a Friday game and off Thursday, and we had a lot of Thursday games. I was able to bounce around and watch a lot of them. We're, again, because Mid-Del is in Thursdays, we've got a lot of Thursdays matchups. Carl Albert and Guthrie is Thursday, so is Midwest City, Del City. MacArthur with El Reno is Thursday because they share a stadium, because Lawton High is at home on Friday. So we've got our fair share of between almost half split on Thursdays and Fridays. Don't forget, the Hangout is where you can hang out even when we're not here. The special tonight, which is the large pizza, 4 drinks, the appetizer with the cheesy bread, and the desserts, all for $40. The lunch special, $9.95, whether you're having the burger, fries, and the drink for $9.95, or the small pizza with the drink for $9.95. And then football frenzy. Anytime there's football on, you can come down here, hang out. Pizza, you can get it to go. The best pizza in town. We'll say it's the official pizza of the Oklahoma Sports Network here at the Hangout. So you can come and join us each and every Tuesday right across from Anderson Pharmacy. Don't forget to catch all our games, pre-games, 6:30, kickoffs at 7 o'clock. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Tosses it up, and it's intercepted out around the 13-yard line. Eisenhower starting to return past the 30 on the sideline. Still on his feet here. He's able to break this open. Fly, Eagles, fly! It's an Eisenhower touchdown!
Mood in. They fake it to him.
Oh, he's open.
They go deep. They got a man wide open, and this one's caught. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Midwest City. Jarvis Nash.
Been running it.
Chain gang over there's having trouble with the old chains. Hard right up the middle. He's cut free. Who is that? Is that Griffin?
That's Caden Griffin, yeah.
Caden
He
Griffin
is untouched.
just gone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And he gets it away. Ball's going to be taken at about the 40-yard line, headed to the right side, the near side of the field. Is Braylon Adama, kind of dancing around a little bit, still on his feet to the 40-yard line. He's heading for the other sideline, going down the sideline. He could go, he will go all the way. Touchdown, Braylon Adama. The King puts it into the end zone.
Currently, it's going to be a pass. It's going to be intercepted.
Get in there!
Touchdown!
Woo! What a play by Shea Spencer right there.
Spencer!
One man wide left, one man wide right. H-back formation. Going to drop back. Sperry's got a wide open man out here in the flat. That's Tristan Haynes again. And he's got it. 50. He's going to take it. How fast are you? That's the question. Touchdown, Carl Albert.
Pretty dead gum fast.
67 yards to pay dirt. Sperry to Haynes. And wow, have they started hot.